JBN, we keep you informed. Man killed in Trelawney crash. The Falmouth police are reporting that a 34-year-old man died of injuries he sustained in a motor vehicle accident along the North Coast Highway early yesterday morning. According to Inspector Ralph Medley, the victim, Ricardo Smith, otherwise called Mark of Hague Settlement, died on the spot. The incident occurred about 5 a.m. yesterday morning. Smith was driving his Nissan Serena in an easterly direction, half a mile from the newly installed stoplights at the Danieltown intersection. His vehicle collided with a fruit truck heading in the opposite direction, Inspector Medley said. The accident is said to have occurred just meters away from where an Island Routes tour bus and a Nissan motor car had collided in January of this year. 4 persons died in that accident. Inspector Medley added that this was the 5th fatal accident on that road since January. The roadway is beautiful, but the lack of markings on the road makes it a guillotine at nights, he said. A God alone can stop it. Churches ordered to close early. Businesses suffer as Maxfield violence makes victims of all. The off-roads are nearly empty, except for the wearing of a patrol vehicle under the piercing stares of the security forces. People speak in hushed tones, muzzled by the force of fear that has turned Maxfield Avenue's maze of satellite streets into a killing field of fighters, loyal to gangs and the vainglory of gun violence. Despite state of emergency checkpoints on its western outskirts, residents despair that peace and stability will never take hold in their communities. As darkness falls, small-scale businesses have been shut down or sales wiped out, either because of diminishing clientele or the commanding voices of security personnel calling time on opening hours. Even churches are not spared. Some Maxfield Avenue residents that spoke on Friday said that a rash of midweek murders triggered a clampdown by police and military personnel, with at least 2 churches ordered to close their doors abruptly on Thursday night. Them come, 3 of them in a jeep. Them come and say lock off the church because crime scene, a woman said, requesting like many that her identity not be revealed because they are gripped by fear. Them come over the church last night. We were having a crusade inside the church and they told us to lock it off, a worshipper said. Over on Q Lane, a cook complained bitterly that the wanton killings and shootings were crippling her chicken back business. Too much crime. The people them can't go to the road go buy them food. We have to cut back on how much we prepare. Thursday night nothing no go on. We're going to try Friday night and see. The most people do is call and make an order and leave the streets. That is how it was, she said. There was a murder on Galloway Road Tuesday night, where the police say an unidentified man was gunned down. Despite that, the residents say they are annoyed at the shutdown of churches, which they view as the only source of consolation. We feel bad over it, because of God we are worship. They say we have to put God first. And if him we are talked about crime and I pray for the community because we want if it stop, we want the war to stop. Police can't stop it. A God alone can't stop it, a resident said. But the residents want the police to do more than just curtail pedestrian movement, which they say often targets law-abiding citizens, but does little to stop deadly attacks by gunmen. Them see them when I run the people them off of the road at night, and then them gone. When them gone, the boy them come in and kill people. Them run Jumo off of the road, and man them yard and wait for him and kill him. Thomas was killed early Thursday morning after he was attacked in his yard and shot repeatedly in his head. His father, Thomas Sr., said on Thursday that his son was drinking at a bar on McDonald's Lane when he was asked to leave the streets by the police, and shortly after he was killed. When the community was visited, which was widely known as Rome, 2 police service vehicles regularly conducted patrols. The St. Andrew Central and the St. Andrew South Police are investigating the latest flare-up, which has had repercussions on neighboring police divisions. 3 people were killed and a woman shot and injured from Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Among the dead were 38-year-old Kenyatta Thomas Jr. and Romeo Fong, 25. The police confirmed reports and said the 3rd person remained unidentified. St. James murder rate falls to 20-year low, 6 killings recorded this year, With 6 killings in the first 44 days of 2020, the parish of St. James, which was dubbed Jamaica's murder capital in 2017, has seen its homicide rate fall to a 20-year low. That year, St. James recorded a per capita murder rate of 137 per 100,000, almost 3 times the national average. Killings fell to 103 in 2018, but rose to 152 the following year, which saw a 3-month hiatus in the security crackdown. The hard work is paying off. We hope this trend will continue for the remainder of the year, said Superintendent Vernon Ellis, the commanding officer for the St. James Police. We are steadily falling into the pattern. In November, we went 21 consecutive days without a murder. In addition to the reduction in murders, Ellis revealed that over the same 44-day period, the police also seized 14 illegal guns and about 250 assorted rounds of ammunition. Things are looking up, and we want to praise the results we have gotten from the social intervention programs that have allowed us to get into the various communities and interact with the residents and win their confidence, said Ellis. We have discovered that the vast majority of the people want to live in peace, and they are willing to support our efforts to get that peace. The police commander was full of praise for the military, describing them as capable partners in the fight to break the back of lawlessness in the parish. He also disclosed that the CCTV network in downtown Montego Bay was now fully functional and in coordination with the police's rapid response motorcycle team as downtown Montego Bay under blanket surveillance. Mackenzie slams Lucy Mayor for media hate outburst. Lucy Mayor Sheridan Samuels has been scolded by local government minister Desmond Mackenzie for his caustic criticism of the media during Thursday's sitting of the Anova Municipal Corporation HMC. Samuels had declared that he hated the media and was particularly upset about recent news reports that the parish was in a dirty and unhealthy state. I am not just bitter, I hate the media. I hate the media. And as a matter of fact, not just the media, I hate some people who work in the media, Samuel said during the meeting. But Mackenzie contends that while everyone, including elected officials, has a right to criticize the media, expressions of hatred for the Fourth Estate should not be condoned. I know and fully appreciate that the mayor is passionate about and dedicated to the development of the parish of Anova. Whatever his view about the accuracy of media stories or the motives of the media, his statement of hatred for some media practitioners, and in particular is doing so in an official meeting of the municipal corporation which he chairs, is completely unacceptable, Mackenzie stated in a press release. We cannot allow any discussion about public affairs to descend into the paradigm of hatred and personal offense, he said. Samuels is one of 4 People's National Party PNP councillors in the 7-member HMC. He contends that there's a plot to make his administration look bad. Meanwhile, Ian Hales, Member of Parliament for Nova Western, has apologized on behalf of the PNP for Thursday's outburst. Hales, whose constituency includes the Caldwell Division, which is represented by Samuels, says the PNP respects freedom of the press and viewed as unacceptable any behavior that run counter to that position. I did not make the outburst, but as chairman for the PNP organization in the constituency of Western Anova, which all PNP councils in the constituency fall under, I want to say that's not the view of the local PNP, and it's not the national view of the PNP either, said Hales. Hales said that the party should review the mayor's outburst and decide whether disciplinary sanctions should apply. The HMC had banned members of the media from its Physical Planning, Environment and Development Committee meeting in December 2017. Their action was subsequently condemned by Mackenzie, who instructed that the ban be lifted immediately. The committee eventually apologized for the ban. Mackenzie has reached out to the mayor once again to discuss his most recent outburst on Thursday. I have spoken with the mayor about this matter and accordingly accept that he will withdraw these remarks from the public space generally and also when the Anova Municipal Corporation has its next monthly meeting, he said. Government to spend $339.7 million on poverty reduction program. The government is to spend $339.7 $1.706 million on the Poverty Reduction Program 4 in the new fiscal year. As outlined in the 2020-2021 Estimates of Expenditure, now before the House of Representatives, the project seems to empower residents of volatile communities to achieve their fullest potential and contribute to the attainment of a secure, cohesive, and just Jamaican society, as outlined in Goals 1 and 2 of the Vision 2030 National Development Plan for the upcoming year. The project will commence and complete infrastructure work on 17 sub-projects. These include 7 health centers, 8 police stations, and 2 road sections. As of December 2019, work was completed on the expansion of Barrett Town All-Age School in St. James and construction of the Taws Meadows Community Center in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. In addition, 140 people were trained in behavioral change programs. 200 students in 5 schools engaged in behavior modification programs. 171 tertiary scholarships awarded. Internship opportunities provided for 62 beneficiaries. 22 vocational employment internships awarded, and 200 students in 10 schools engaged in academic support programs. The project is funded by the Government of Jamaica and the European Union. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember, subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.